Hello everyone, I'm Naval Yemul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to see what is your Azure Storage Account. And many folks have a confusion like what is your ADLS and what does Blob Storage means. So both are actually same. So Azure has started with a storage account with a blob. On top of that blob storage, we have an ADLS. So ADLS stands for Azure Data Lake Storage. So how exactly we have to enable ADLS from your storage account, we are going to see that in today's video. So this is my Azure portal. Now I am going to create a resource of storage account. You can click on this create a resource, or you can just go and search here for your storage account. So here is your storage account. So already I have one storage account which is already typed with Azure Databricks. So now let me create a new storage account. So let me click on create, and now it will ask you for the subscription. I already have my Azure Pass subscription, and I have created one resource group. So resource group is just like a container where you keep all your resources in one group. For example, if you are working as a data engineer, you might use a storage account, you might use an Azure Data Factory, you might use Azure Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Key Vaults, all these services, you store it in one resource group so that it becomes very easy to find all your resources. So by you can create a new resource, but I already created one resource group called Databricks. I'll be storing in my storage account in this resource group. Now you need to give a good name for your storage account. You have some rules for this, so it should be all lower letters, and it should be unique across all the data centers. So whatever storage account name you are giving, that should be unique across all the data centers. So let me give it with a name called storage account. So I do follow this practice. So with my name NLY, and then I'll write it for uh, Databricks. Okay, 123, something like that. Yeah, this works. And now it will ask you for the region, like where do you want to store your like storage account? Where do you want to keep this, in which region? So you can see by default it will be East US, so you can keep wherever you want. So the best and what Microsoft recommends is if you are using 3 4 5 services, you can use only one region for all these 4 5 services. So maybe I have my Azure Databricks in the Central India region, so let me keep my storage account in the same Central India. You can pick anything. And when it comes to the performance, we have two types here. One is standard and premium. So standard is like most of the time it is recommended, but if you feel that your storage account is having some latency or with a low latency, you can use a premium, but the cost of premium is higher than the standard. But for this use case, let me keep it as a standard only. Then talking about the redundancy, so redundancy is nothing but the replicas of your data. So just in case if something happened, some server fails or your data center fails, something mishap happened on that region, so will you get your data back? Are you able to get your backup for this storage account? So if you are choosing LRS, that means locally redundant storage, which means that you are not creating any backup for your storage account. So this is recommended when you are not using non-critical scenarios, or wherever your data is not so important, you can use LRS. But if you feel that I want to create a backup, I want to create a copy in some secondary region, then you go for geo redundant, that is GRS. So your data copy will be created some outside the region what you have specified. Suppose we have specified a region Central India. Apart from India, it will create some other region to store your copy of the data. Zone is in the same area, it will create one more copy. Geo zone is it will create two copies both in the zone. Like I have chosen East Central India, it may be in the South India or maybe in the Asia somewhere in this same region, and it will be outside the zone also, maybe in Europe, maybe in US, and so on. So for this use case, let me keep it locally redundant. I am not dealing with any critical scenarios. Now, one of the important aspects when you are using a storage account or when you are creating a storage account is in this advanced settings. Here in the advanced option, if you just scroll down, here you got an option called hierarchical namespace. So what do you mean by hierarchical namespace? In a simple layman's language, hierarchical namespace is nothing but it's like a folder structure. Like if I open my folder in my laptop, so let me go to my D drive or E drive, and here I can create one folder. Here you can see I can create one folder. Inside this folder I can create one more folder. Inside this, suppose I'll call this as my raw data. This is my raw data, and inside this raw data I can put all my files inside this. So I can create a folder structure. So in Azure, if you want to create a folder structure, folder only, we call it as a ADLS, that is hierarchical namespace. So when you enable this, you can check, when you enable this, your storage account becomes ADLS. If you are not enabling this, you end up getting a blob storage. It is blob is nothing but binary large object, so it works same like a ADLS only, but you won't able to create any folders inside your storage account. So you cannot create it explicitly, but obviously if you are using ADF or if you are using Databricks, from there you can create a new folder, but you cannot create it in the storage account explicitly. So if you want to create, if you are working as a multi-hop architecture, if you want to move your data from raw to bronze, bronze to silver, silver to gold, and so on, then it is always recommended to have a ADLS account, that is enabling this hierarchical namespace. So once you click on this enable hierarchical namespace, you end up getting a ADLS account. That's it. So I'm not going on to next points. Directly I'll click on review, and once everything is set up, it will validate it, and I think the validation has done successfully. Now let me click on create. It takes few seconds to deploy this. Yeah, it took almost 1 minute to deploy it. Now let me click on go to resource. So you will end up getting one storage account. It is your data lake. Actually you can store all amount of data, huge amount of data with structured, semi-structured, unstructured, and all those things. So if you are completely new, you can come to this home tab, and here you got a storage account. You can see with our the name, same name what we have created, and inside this you can see hierarchical namespace is enabled. It means that we are having an ADLS account. So let me go to the containers and let me create one container. So let me create a container name called as an input container, and inside this container, if I just go and check, you can get this option to add a directory. So let me click on this add a directory, and I'll just say this is a raw data. Let me ingest all my raw data inside this raw folder. You can see a folder structure is created, and again inside this you can create a new directory again with a day wise, month wise, year wise, or however your data is. And then you can create a new directory here also by just adding a directory here. So this is how your ADLS account looks like. So if you feel that you want to check your blob storage, if you want to check how does the blob storage look like, so let me go back to my home tab and let me click on storage account, and let me click on create a new storage account. So I am creating a new storage account now. I'll not explain all this, we have done it. Now let me just give a name storage account. Now it is SANLY. I'll just write blob storage 123. I'll keep in the same region. I'll keep it as a standard, and I'll keep it as a redundancy low. When I click on the next and the advanced option, I'll not enable this. I won't enable this now. So if I will not enable this, I end up creating a blob storage. Let me click on review and then create a new storage account. Yeah, it took almost 1 minute to deploy your second storage account, that is your blob. And you can see this is my ADLS. You don't find a much difference here. If you see in SANLY blob storage 123, you can see hierarchical namespace is disabled. So if I just go into the container, and here I cannot see that option as a, okay, let me create a container and then I'll show you in the input container. let me go inside a container, and now I cannot see that option called add directory here. So add directory, you cannot create any folders inside this storage account. So this is about how your storage account in Azure looks like. Blob, and on top of that you have a ADLS. So ADLS is nothing but it allows you to create a folders in a simple language, but they call it as a hierarchical namespace. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope you understood the difference between blob and ADLS. Thank you for watching again. Please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, like my video, and keep learning. Thank you. Bye bye.